Thank you for purchasing Bionet America's Super Air Smart ICU system. This video walks you through unboxing the Super Air ICU and guides you through installation of your new intensive care unit in your facility. First, unwrap and remove the shipping foam and materials. And confirm that the mounting IV pole wrapped in protective foam and the box of other accessories are present inside the ICU chamber. If you are moving the ICU, first make sure to unlock the wheels by lifting the safety lock on each wheel. We are demonstrating with the mid-size ICU model Air C2. With this model, if the doorway to pass through is narrower than 38 inches, the AC unit on the back must be removed before bringing the unit into the facility. The smaller Air C1 model needs at least 35 inches of clearance, and the Air C4 requires at least 40 inches of clearance. First, remove the two screws from the top and bottom of the panel on the side of the AC unit where two black cables are connected. Then, remove two screws from the top and bottom of two green interface connectors to disconnect them from the AC unit. Next, remove the upper black cable by rotating the round silver connector counterclockwise. At last, remove 4 nuts from each corner of the AC unit by using a T-bar tool provided and cautiously remove the AC unit and place it to the side. Be sure to keep the AC unit upright to avoid damage to it, and to set the rubber ring somewhere it will not get lost. For any twin unit, the upper unit must be stacked on top of the lower unit, which comes with attached wheels. First, lock all 4 wheels of the lower unit before stacking. Use 4 people and grip the handles located on each side of the ICU to lift the upper unit. The Air C4 will have 8 alignment pins. Follow the stacking instructions carefully for your own safety, and make sure that anyone involved is physically capable of helping to avoid the risk of injury. This completes the unpacking process. Now move the unit inside and set it up in your designated location. Once the ICU is brought to the designated area, make sure the mounting pole and the box of accessories are removed from inside the ICU chamber. If the AC unit was removed, begin by relocking the wheels to prevent movement and reattach the AC unit to the ICU by following the reverse order of the removal steps. Locate the power cord in the accessory box. Plug the power cord into the power port located near the right rear corner of the ICU and fasten the metal clip that is attached to the ICU onto the plug. Then plug the power cord into a wall power outlet. If you have stacked units, make sure to plug in a separate power cord to each one, as each unit needs its own power supply. Each unit should be plugged directly into a wall outlet and never plugged into the port of another unit. At last, locate the circuit breaker on the left side of the ICU. Turn on the circuit breaker switch by pulling the switch lever upwards. Now, the ICU is ready to be hooked up to your oxygen source. Simply connect the green O2 hose to the DISS adapter located on the rear of the ICU. Then, connect the other end of the green O2 hose to your oxygen outlet. If you have a single oxygen outlet for the stacked ICU, you may use a DISS splitter to connect 2 O2 hoses to the upper and lower unit of the ICU if needed. Also, hook up the drainage tubes to the AC unit. For a single unit, you may use a single drainage tube out of the 3-way assembly. If you have stacked units, you can use the 3-way drainage tube assembly to hook up the 2 AC units. First, hook up the middle length tube into the drain port located at the left side of the AC unit. Then, hook up the shortest tube to the lower AC unit, and finally, place the longest tube to the drip pan of your facility. The Air C4T model has 3 separate AC units, and it is recommended that the 3-way drainage assembly is used for the top AC units, and an additional tube for the lower AC unit is made by cutting the longest tube to size. If necessary, cut the tube connected to the drip pan to an appropriate length, and configure the setup so that the drainage from the AC unit flows properly into the drip pan. While drainage is expected to be minimal, be sure to check the drip pan regularly to make sure it's not overflowing, and check the tube for any clogs. If needed, unpack the IV mounting pole and use the provided screws along with the correct size wrench to attach it to the 2 screw holes on either side of the ICU. Once the ICU is set, make sure to lock all 4 wheels of the ICU. Now, your ICU is ready to power on and use. Before full use of your ICU units, it is recommended to schedule a training on the proper usage and operation of the units. To schedule a training with our customer success team, as well as access to additional operational videos and digital guides, please visit the veterinary section of bionetus.com.